Hello friends, good morning everyone. I'm Manisha. Welcome you all in Seva Samajik Vikas Sanstha Satara. In today's English session, we are going to discuss about the comparison of adjective. Adjective. In a part of speech, we have seen different part of the speech and the adjective which give extra information about the noun. So change the degree that you have might be heard many times. So comparison of adjective means change the degree. So that we are going to discuss today. Now let's go with these examples. Ram's mango is sweet. Ram's mango is sweet. So just simple sentence it is, and comparison is not made anywhere in this sentence. But when I say Harish's mango is sweeter than Ram's, it indicates that comparison is made. So here in the second sentence, comparison is made between mangoes of Harish and mangoes of Ram's. And Hari's mangoes are sweeter than the Ram. So this sentence here you are able to see sweeter, or in the first sentence sweet is adjective. It is what? Adjective which is used for noun mango. Okay. So in the first sentence there is no comparison. Just positive sentence Ram's mango is sweet. In second sentence Harish mangoes and Ram's mangoes are compared here, and Harish mangoes are sweeter. So Harish mango is sweeter than Ram. So this sentence is in a comparative degree. And here in third sentence, Govind's mango is sweetest of all means when we are comparing all these three. So Govind's mango is the sweetest of all means from these all three mangoes, this mango is more or the most sweet. So sweetest, sweet, sweeter, sweetest, positive degree, comparative degree, and this one is called superlative degree. Thus, we see here that adjective change in the form sweet, sweeter, and sweetest. Here, as I have shown you, sweet, sweeter, and sweetest to show the comparison. They are called the three degrees of comparison. Three degrees are there: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Adjective sweet is said to be in the positive degree. Adjective sweeter is we use in a comparative, and sweetest when it shows that it is superior. Superlative means in these three it is superior. So superlative degree. Remember, superlative degree cannot be there when only two things are compared. For example, Harish mango is sweeter than Ram. This sentence is in a comparative degree. We can change it into positive degree, such as uh, Ram's mango is not as sweet as Harish. But this sentence cannot be changed into superlative degree. Positive degree of an adjective is the adjective in its simple form, and it is used to show these kinds of comparison. Now let's see other examples, irregular examples of degree of comparison. Good means when we are comparing something, it is good in positive degree. Better means when we want to compare two things. For example, this t-shirt is better than the yellow one. So this t-shirt and yellow t-shirt, two t-shirts are compared here. So here we can say better is used in a comparative degree, and the best. Pink color t-shirt is best. Another example we can see Raju is good means when we are doing comparison, how we can say in superlative degree. For example, Raju is the best boy in the class. So no, Raju is better than any other boy in the class, and no other boy is as good as Raju. Another example means bad or evil or ill. If these three words are there in positive degree, it can change into comparative degree as a worse and worst in superlative. For example, this road is the worst in the city. This road is a worse. See, worst in the city means no other road is as bad as this, or this road is worse than any other road in the in the city. So when we are doing comparison between two things, means this road and any other road, when we are saying Raju is better than any other boy in the class, means every boy in the class and Raju, comparison is there between them. Little can be changed as a lesser or less, and in a superlative, least. Much can be changed as more, and in superlative, most. Many also, it can change into superlative degree as a most, and in comparative as a more. Remember, for countable things we use many, and for uncountable things we use much adjective. Let, let, letter, latest. Let, letter, letters. And this late in other sense we can use let, latter, and last. Means to show the position when we are using. So latter means remaining part of that, or uh, last part of it, and last means at the end. So like that it is. Old, older, oldest, or old, elder, eldest. For example, Raju is elder than Ramu. Ramu is not as old as Raju. Here comparative and positive degree can be there, but there won't be superlative degree. And Rohit is eldest boy in the class. So no other boy is as old as Rohit, or Rohit is elder than any other boy in the class. Next one, far, farther, furthest. Far, farther, furthest. Other examples, sweet, sweeter, sweetest, small, smaller, smallest, tall, taller, tallest, bold, bolder, boldest, clever, cleverer, cleverest. For example, Geeta is the cleverest girl in the class. So no other girl is as clever as Geeta, positive degree, and Geeta is cleverer than any other girl in the class, comparative degree. Kind, kinder, kindest. Sita is kindest lady. So no other lady is as kind as Sita, and Sita is kinder than any other lady. Rita is the youngest girl in the class. So no other girl is as young as Rita in the class, or Rita is younger than any other girl in the class. Great, greater, greatest, brave, braver, bravest. For example, Bangalore is the greatest city in India. So, in a comparative degree, Bangalore is greater than any other city in India, and no other city is as great as Bangalore in India. Now, see other few examples. Here, in a first table, you have seen irregular comparison. In second table, you are able to see just we have add these suffix to the center word, and we are able to change it. In er we are added when we want to change the sentence into comparative degree, and est when we want to change that degree into superlative degree. Now see the next few examples where last letter Y is changed into I, and then ER or EST is used. So see the example: heavy, heavier, heaviest; merry, merrier, merriest; wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest; red, redder, reddest; big, bigger, biggest; hot, hotter, hottest; thin, thinner, thinnest; beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful; intelligent, more intelligent, and most intelligent; difficult, more difficult, and most difficult. Means in this previous example how we have changed the word in by adding its er or est to them, or the last letter here you are able to see in these examples, big, bigger, biggest, or red, redder, reddest. So you can observe that before last letter, before last letter you are able to observe here this vowel word, e or I or o or I, isn't it? So red, redder, reddest, big, bigger, biggest. Here double D is there, double G is there, double T is there, hot, hotter, hottest, thin, thinner, thinnest. So why it is so? Because of this vowel sound before this last word. And that's why when we want to add here suffix, then we require to make its last letter double. So that thing you have to keep it in your mind. More word we were use when such a prefix we cannot add with these words, and that time, for example, intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent, beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. Here comparison cannot be done on the basis of this, means by adding these words. Now let's see few examples how the sentences change while changing its degree. Now see the first example, it is a superlative sentence. Lead is the heaviest of all metal. Lead is the heaviest of all metal. Here comparison is made between lead and all metals. And that's why superlative degree is used heaviest. So when we can change this sentence in two ways, is comparative as well as positive also. Here one example is given where sentence is changed only in the comparative degree, such as lead is a heavier than any other metal. But the same sentence we can change as no other metal is as heavy as lead. How it can be changed? No other metal is as heavy as lead. Now see the second example. Sorry. Mahabaleshwar is cooler than Panchgani. Here, two objects are compared. That is Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani. And cooler is the adjective used here. So, cooler is what? Cooler is adjective here, and the sentence is in a comparative degree. Comparison is made between Mahaveshwar and Pasgani. When we change the sentence, now how it can be changed? This comparative degree can be changed only into positive. It cannot be changed as a superlative degree. So, how the sentence will be? Panchgani is not as cool as Mahabaleshwar. Mahabaleshwar is cooler than Panchgani. Means meaning of the sentence should not change. So Panchgani is not as cool as or so cool as Mahabaleshwar. Now see the another example. He is he is as wise as Solomon. So that person he and Solomon, these two things are compared for their adjective wise. So wise is in a positive degree. So this sentence can be changed as a comparative but not superlative. For example, Solomon is not as wiser. Sorry, Solomon is not wiser than he is. So again, comparison we have made between Solomon and he, and he is as wise as Solomon, means Solomon is not wiser than he. Now see the another example in superlative degree. Shakuntala is the best drama in Sanskrit. So all other dramas in Sanskrit have compared with Shakuntala play, and that's why the sentence is in a superlative degree as the best is used. Remember, friends, when we are using superlative degree, we must use article the with it. Okay, the heaviest, the now here it is not used, but the coolest. Okay, like that, the best, the wisest, in the same way. Okay, now see, Shakuntali is the better. Shakuntali is the best drama in Sanskrit. So here we can do the comparison between Shakuntal drama and any other drama can be in Sanskrit. So how the sentence can be? Shakuntali is better than any other drama in the Sanskrit. And when we want to change the same sentence into positive degree, it can be no other drama in Sanskrit as good as or so good as Sanskrit. No other drama in Sanskrit is as good as Shakuntal. Okay, Shakuntal. So other dramas in Sanskrit and Shakuntal, comparison is made between them, and the degree is used here as good as. So positive, good, better, best. In this way, we can change the sentence. Now here, this is our other example. Now, in a previous example, when we have talked about Shakuntal drama, so this was the best. Means no other thing was as best as this. But in this given example, here what is given? Chennai is the one of the biggest city, biggest of India's cities. So Chennai is compared with the other cities in India, but it is one of the means there are few countries, sorry, there are few cities which are as big as Chennai. So comparison is made between definitely India and other cities and Chennai, but in the superlative degree, one of the is used. So what changes can be them can be made here while making changes in comparative degree? So Chennai is bigger, biggest, so its comparative degree is bigger. But in normal cases, what how we used to write Chennai is bigger than any other cities in India. Instead of that, instead of any other, we can say than most other Indian cities. So Chennai is bigger than most other Indian cities. And when we want to change it into positive degree, as how we can make this sentence? See, big, bigger, biggest. So in positive degree, we have to use it's the big form. So how the sentence will be? Very few Indian cities are as big as Chennai. So here comparison is made between very few Indian cities and Chennai. So these two things are compared. And this is that if you use here, now see the other example where you are able to see the here you can able to observe that comparison is made between some poets are at least as great as Tansen. So here comparison made between some poet and Tansen. So the same sentence can be there in comparative degree. Tansen is not greater than some other poet because there are few poets, those who are as good as Tansen. So he is not greater than them. And in comparative degree, some poets are not than less great than Tansen. Instead of greater, we can say less great than Tansen. When we change the sentence into superlative degree, Tansen is not greatest of all poets. Tansen is not the greatest of all poets. In this way, we can change the sentence as a superlative, comparative, and positive. The main thing which you have to keep it in your mind that with the help of knowledge of this degree of comparison, you are able to use this knowledge when you are required to find out the error in the sentence. So thank you very much for being with me and have a good day, a great day ahead. Thank you very much.